Welcome to Lesson 3.3. We've built our foundation with Waterfall, and now it's time to shift gears dramatically. We're firing up the innovation engine to explore the Agile methodology, with a special focus on its most popular framework, Scrum. As you can see from the image, this is all about speed, collaboration, and iterative progress. This is a new way of working, designed for a world of constant change. Let's get started. We learned that Waterfall is the perfect tool for predictable projects where the end goal is clear from the start. But what about the projects where you can't predict everything? What about when the market changes, or customer needs evolve? That's where Agile comes in. Agile isn't a specific process. It's a mindset focused on two things: delivering real value to the customer as quickly as possible, and adapting to feedback along the way. Our goal today is to understand this Agile mindset and then learn the practical rules of Scrum, its most popular and widely used framework. The entire Agile mindset is built on 4 core values, captured in the Agile Manifesto. It's crucial to understand how these are phrased. It's not that the items on the right have no value, it's that Agile practitioners have learned to value the items on the left more. We value individuals and interactions over rigid processes and tools. We value working software that a customer can use over comprehensive documentation they have to read. We value continuous customer collaboration over one-time contract negotiation. And most importantly, we value responding to change over blindly following a plan. This is the philosophical heart of Agile. If Agile is the mindset, then Scrum is the most popular framework for putting that mindset into action. Scrum is a lightweight yet powerful framework designed specifically for managing complex projects in unpredictable environments. In Scrum, all work is broken down into short, consistent, time-boxed cycles called sprints. A sprint is typically 1 to 4 weeks long. The single, non-negotiable goal of every single sprint is to produce a valuable, usable, and potentially shippable piece of the final project. You don't just plan, you build something real, every single cycle. A Scrum team is small, cross-functional, and has 3 very distinct roles. First is the product owner. Think of them as the voice of the customer. They are responsible for the what they own and prioritize the master list of features, called the product backlog, to maximize value. Next is the Scrum Master. They are the team's coach and servant leader. Their job is to protect the team, remove any impediments or roadblocks, and ensure everyone understands and follows the rules of Scrum. Finally, you have the development team. These are the players, the makers. They are a self-organizing group of professionals who have all the skills necessary to turn the product owner's vision into a finished product. Scrum creates a steady rhythm for the team through 5 formal events, all held within the sprint container. Every sprint kicks off with sprint planning, where the team decides what can be delivered in the upcoming sprint. Then, every single day, the team holds a daily Scrum, a quick 15-minute meeting to coordinate their work and identify any obstacles. At the end of the sprint, 2 events occur. First is the sprint review, where the team demonstrates the actual work they completed, to stakeholders and gets feedback. This is followed by the sprint retrospective, an internal meeting where the team discusses the how, what went well, what didn't, and how they can improve their process in the next sprint. Scrum uses 3 key artifacts to make the work visible and ensure everyone is on the same page. The first is the product backlog. This is the single source of truth, the master list of every feature, function, or requirement for the product, constantly prioritized by the product owner. From this list, the team selects items for their sprint backlog. This is the team's plan for the current sprint, the list of work they have committed to completing. The result of all that work is the increment. This is the sum of all the backlog items completed during a sprint. It must be in a usable condition, meaning it's a real, working piece of the product that adds value. So why has this become so popular? Because it delivers tangible results. It leads to faster value delivery. Because you're creating a working increment every sprint, customers get valuable features in their hands sooner. It provides increased flexibility. When new information arises or priorities change, you can easily adapt at the start of the next sprint. This leads to higher customer satisfaction, as they are deeply involved in the process and see constant progress. And critically, it leads to reduced risk. Problems or misunderstandings are identified early within a single sprint, not discovered months later when they are expensive and difficult to fix. Let's distill this down into the key takeaways for your Agile playbook. First, Agile is a mindset focused on delivering value and responding to change. Second, Scrum is a framework that puts that Agile mindset into action with a clear set of rules and roles. Third, all work is done in short sprints with the goal of delivering value quickly and consistently. Fourth, the entire framework is built on 3 pillars: roles, events, and artifacts. And finally, the guiding principle that drives everything in Scrum is to constantly inspect and adapt. Inspect your work, inspect your process, and adapt to become more effective. Excellent work! You've now learned the plays for both predictable projects with Waterfall and unpredictable projects with Agile. You have your offensive strategies. But what about defense? It's time to learn the defensive strategy that is critical for all projects, regardless of the methodology you choose. In our next lesson, we will explore the crucial discipline of risk management planning. Think of this as your success enabler, the skill of seeing the future, anticipating challenges, and creating a plan to protect your project from harm. I'll see you in Lesson 3.4.